Twinkle, are you there?
Hi Aditya, you're not audible?
I'm audible now.
Yes, perfectly.
चलिए जी, चलिए जरा पीपीटी जरा एक बार चलाई जाए।
हाँ जी।
ये कैसा सेशन है, मतलब दे पेड फॉर इट या हाउ डज इट वर्क?
No, no, this is a free session. It's not a paid one.
एंड कौन कौन इस विल बी द पार्टिसिपेंट्स?
A random FB ad. We do this only.
अच्छा, ओके। लेट मी जस्ट चेक द वीडियो पार्ट, राइट? यू आर देयर?
Yeah, I'm here.
सुनाई दे रहे वीडियो?
हाँ जी।
चलिए, धन्यवाद। बस, we start at 6, we finish by 7:30, right?
Yes, yes. By 7:30.
ठीक है, नो ब्रेक्स इन बिटवीन, ऑब्वियसली 1.5 घंटे
No,
का।
no, no, no breaks, no breaks.
ठीक है, यू कैन सी द स्लाइड, यू कैन सी मी, यू हर्ड द ऑडियो ऑल्सो।
Correct.
चलो जी, बढ़िया, थैंक यू।
Okay.
बाय। Hi, Bhupesh. Good evening. Can you hear me? Bhupesh, good evening. Can you hear me? Mohammad Sadiq Khan, can you hear me? Good evening. This is Aditya Bhargav. Can you hear me? Bhupesh and Sadiq, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hi, Sadiq. How are you? Good evening.
Good, sir. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Can I see you on camera if possible?
Yeah, just a moment, sir.
No worries. That's fine. Bhupesh, are you there? If you can hear me, just say a hi to all of us. Hi,
Yes, sir.
Sadiq. How are you? Assalamu alaikum to you.
Walaikum salam, sir.
How are you doing? You're at your place. Where are you right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's wonderful. So we're waiting for others to join in, maybe another 5 more minutes. Thank you for joining on time, Sadiq. And good evening to you once again. We have Yuvan Krishna also with us today evening. Yuvan Krishna, are you there with us? Can you hear me? Yuvan Krishna, if you're there with us. No worries. So Sadiq, what we'll do is let's wait for another 5 minutes. Is that okay before we start?
Yes.
Okay.
What, sir?
I'm saying let's wait for another 5 minutes before we start.
Okay.
You can settle your camera also.
Good evening,
Okay.
sir.
Good evening. Hi, Yuvan. How are you? Can we have you on camera so that all of us can see you also? Good evening to you, Yuvan Krishna.
Thank you, sir.
Can we have you on camera? Let's see how you look.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. We have Mickey joining us also. Yuvan, if possible, kindly come on camera and let's say hi to Mickey also. Hi, Mickey. Good evening. How are you? Mickey, if you can hear us, hi. Okay. Yuvan, is it possible for you to come on camera? We're just waiting for
Sorry,
others to
sir.
join in. So,
Camera prepare, sir.
no worries. We're waiting for you. And yeah, let's wait for another 5 more minutes before we start. We have Bhupesh K with us. We have Mohammad Sadiq Khan with us. We have Nikki with us. And we have Yuvan Krishna S. Just a small introduction. My name is Aditya Bhargav and I'm your facilitator for today evening. We have Nehal Khan also joining us. Hi, Nehal. Are you there? Good evening to you. Nehal, if you can hear me, just say hi to all of us. Nehal, are you there? Preeti Yumnam is also there with us. Hi Preeti, how are you? Participants, please respond so that we know that you're there present. So as of now, we have Bhupesh, we have Mohammad Sadiq Khan, we have Nikki. Yeah, some answers in the chat box. Nehal says hi to everyone. Nehal, it would be good if you can come on camera or maybe unmute yourself so that we can hear you also. If possible, Nehal. And we have Preeti Yumnam with us also. Preeti, are you there with us? Just say hi. Requesting participants, if possible, kindly come on camera. This is about presentation skills in public speaking. So without seeing you on camera, without knowing who all are there, it will be a bit difficult just talking to blank boxes. Sadiq, of course, was there earlier also. Sadiq, you have a lot of fans, right? Sadiq, are you there? Okay, we have Sania Khan also with us. We have Palani with us also. Can I request everyone to kindly come on camera, please, if that's not an issue? We're starting in another 2 minutes' time. We have Harleen Kaur, we have Sania Khan, we have Nehal Khan, obviously. At the same time, we have Sadiq also, Bhupesh, Yuvan Krishna with us also. Impressive. 8 participants with us today. And today we'll be discussing about public speaking and presentation skills also. At this point of time, we have Sania Nazruddin Khan is also with us, joining us today evening. So
Camera problem, sir.
Okay, Yuvan, no worries. If possible, you can join from your phone also, if possible. We'd love to see you. Mickey, is it possible for you to come on camera? Mickey, Nehal, Sania, Panismay, if possible, Preeti, Harleen, if possible, kindly come on camera. It will be wonderful so that we can see who you are. Okay. Sania Nazuddin Khan, are you there with us? Nehal, if you're there, kindly come on camera. Mickey, you also. Harleen, Preeti, if possible. Can you all hear me? At least just give a go ahead. Can you all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Nehal, why aren't you coming on camera then? Okay, if possible, come on camera, please. Everyone, we're starting in a minute now. We have a message. Okay, Mickey is on the taxi right now. No worries, Mickey. Understandable. Aisha has also joined us. Hi, Aisha. Good evening to you. Another minute before we start. Okay, I think it'll be a good time to start now. Good evening, everyone. We have an impressive list of 9 participants joining us. Again, would request you, if all of you can come on camera, or for whomsoever it's possible to come on camera, kindly come on camera. It will be good because we have a set of activities also in this session. So it'll be wonderful if we can have a face-to-face online interaction. Let's say hi to Aisha. Aisha, are you there? Can you say hi to all of us, Aisha? Aisha, are you there? Bhupesh, are you there with us? Harleen Kaur, are you there with us? Sania Nazruddin Khan, are you there with us? Sadiq, are you there with us? Mickey,
Yes,
are you
sir,
there?
I'm here.
Okay, Sadiq, hi. Mickey, are you there with us? Nehal, are you there with us? Preeti,
Yes,
are you
sir.
there? Hi, Nehal, how are you? Thanks for responding. Preeti, are you there with us? Pritika, are you there with us? Yuvan, are you there with us? Okay, I think a lot of you have just logged in, maybe trying to settle down with your, let's say, audio and video connection. Before we move on, let's say hi to Sadiq. Sadiq, what do you mean by public speaking? What is one thing that comes to your mind if you talk about public speaking? Over to you, Sadiq.
I think the public speaking is the art to share your experience and ideas with people.
Absolutely, sharing the experience and ideas, what Sadiq has to say. Nehal, what do you have to add something? What according to you is public speaking? Nehal Khan, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Nehal,
I think
what is
public
public speaking?
speaking is a yes, sir. I think public speaking is a expression of our ideas to the peoples to understand them betterly.
Absolutely, to speak in front of the people. Very well answered, Sadiq and Nehal. Anyone else who would like to share their views on what they think what public speaking is? Anyone, if doesn't want to come on camera, can maybe unmute herself or himself. Okay, public speaking is also known as, it is basically known as oratory, right? Is the act of delivering a speech or presentation to a live audience in a structured manner, right? The art of presentation, delivering a speech or presentation to a live audience in a structured manner to either inform them, to persuade them, to motivate them, or entertain them. When you're talking, when you're saying something, either you are informing, giving an information to public, to people, or at the same time, you are persuading them. You're giving them a reason. You're persuading them to follow an action. You're persuading them to think in a particular manner or motivate them. That's what team leaders do. Or we go for a public speaking session also where the person who's presenting motivates us. Come on, Sadiq, we can do it. So that's also public speaking. At the same time, entertainment is something what public speaking is, what stand-up comedians also do. Now, public speaking can either be formal or a staged event also. Like we can just get up and say something, or it can be a staged event also. But impromptu speech is also common. You can just ask Sadiq, what do you think about the pollution in today's world, right? So Sadiq will get up and say something. So that's impromptu. Sadiq was not prepared for it. Public is not just reading a prepared essay to speaking in front of people. Are we all good with it? If everyone could understand the concept of public speaking, just give a thumbs up. If you all could understand the concept of public speaking, just give a thumbs up. Come on, everyone. If you just heard what public speaking was and you understood, just give a thumbs up. Are you all there? Thank you so much. Aisha, Harleen, and everyone gives a thumbs up. That shows that we all are there in the session. So what all we'll be discussing in the session. Thank you so much, Sadiq, for your confirmation in the chat box, and others also. Thank you, Sania, for that. Let's move forward now and try to understand what all we'll be discussing in the session today. We're trying to figure out what is the meaning of public speaking primarily. That's important. What is effective communication? So we spoke about public speaking. We spoke about the fact it can be formal, it can be structured, it can be staged. But whenever either we're trying to inform or persuade or entertain, what is very important is effective communication. As they say that communication is not always what you say, but how you say it. So when we are in public speaking, it's very, very important to understand the audiences also, like the way we are talking right now. It's important to understand how we communicate with them, how effective and efficient we are in communication. Today, we'll also be discussing a very, very interesting model that's called the impact model of presentation. And of course, how do we design for results is also something we'll be discussing. Again, thank you so much, Siva, Naga, Malik, for coming on camera. Even if that was for a moment, we request everyone to be on camera so that we just go not talking to blank boxes. Okay, so let's move forward now and let's talk about what are presentation skills. Nehal, what do you think? What could be a presentation skill? If you're presenting something, what is one skill you think you should have, Nehal? Nehal, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Nehal.
For
If
the
you're presenting,
presentation, yes, sir. For the presentation, we have the proper title or the topic we say.
right, that's wonderful. And what one skill is required, Nehal? If Nehal is presenting something, Nehal should have one skill. What's there? What do you think one skill Nehal should have?
Sir, we need presentation skills.
Yes. And what is there in a presentation skill, Nehal? You have to be good in communication is one of them. What else? Anything that comes to your mind, Nehal? You're presenting a PPT to someone. What is one skill? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Explaining our ideology topics to the
Absolutely.
front of.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good explanation skills is important. Thank you, Nehal. That was wonderful. Preeti, what do you have to say? What do you understand by presentation skills, and what is one presentation skill according to you? Over to you, Preeti. Preeti, are you there? I can see you on camera, Preeti. You'd like to unmute yourself and say something, please? Okay. Anyone else wants to talk about presentation skills? Harleen, either you can unmute yourself and say something if possible. What do you understand by presentation? Yeah, Aisha, go ahead.
Body language, sir.
Yes, body language, Aisha. That's brilliant. It's very, very important. Thank you so much, participants. You all are doing very well, and we could request everyone to come on camera also. We were talking about presentation skills, and the mind is a wonderful thing. You can see that written on the slide in front of you. It starts working the moment you are born and never stops until you get up to speak in public. So participants, we are talking about presentation skills. Let's give us a minute and try to more dwell into the topic and find out what could be presentation skills. Okay, so presentation skills are the abilities and qualities required to communicate information, ideas, or opinions to an audience through oral, visual, or written means. Okay, participants? So presentation skills, what are presentation skills? These are the abilities and qualities required to communicate information, ideas, or opinions to an audience through either oral, like the way we are talking, Visuals, showing visuals also, the way we present a PPT or written. Okay, now they include, presentation skills include what you say, how you structure it. Now, it's very important when you're presenting something. Aisha, are you there with us right now? Aisha, are you
Yes.
there? Aisha, how
Yes.
important, what do you understand by structuring your presentation? If you're giving a business presentation, Aisha, what is one thing that comes to your mind if you say you have to structure your presentation? Yes, Aisha, come on.
Designing is important for the
Yes,
presentation.
very nice, Asha. You're wonderfully participating. So what would you keep in mind tomorrow you're going for a business presentation, Aisha? What is one thing you'll keep in mind when you're designing the presentation, Aisha?
Confidence.
Yes, that is also there. Understanding the audience is important. And as Aisha said earlier also, Aisha, we're missing you on camera. If possible, come on camera. And one thing that Aisha said earlier also was body language. Please remember, in presentation skills, our body language plays a very, very important role. Now, body language basically combines critical elements, various critical elements, including postures, the way we stand. Please remember, we don't point when we're giving a presentation. Our hands should be open, right? Including postures, gestures, eye contact, expressions, and positions in front of the audience. Body language basically is one of the elements that can instantly transform a presentation that would otherwise be dull. Okay, so Sadik, are you there with us? Sadik, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Sadik, what do you understand by eye contact? If you're giving a presentation, what does eye contact mean to you and how it can be a good presentation skill?
In my opinion, eye contact plays very important role when you go for presentation. Eye contact means, for example, if you are trying to make somebody understand and try to maintain eye contact with the audience, so he can understand that I'm talking to him.
Absolutely, Sadik. And that confidence also comes, when you look at a person and talking and the person is also responding, then that confidence comes. And if you're not looking at the person will feel isolated. Very well done, Sadik. That was a great answer.
Thank you,
One
sir.
thing in presentation skills, we spoke about body language. The second critical and very important skill is your voice projection. The ability of your voice improves your presentation by allowing your audience to hear what you're saying. So please remember, it also increases the confidence to help settle any lingering nerves, which also making your message more engaging. Please remember, when we give a presentation, the participants are also nervous at times, right? So have a confident projection of your voice. Stand comfortably with your shoulders back. Don't get down like this. So if you get lethargic, if you yourself are not projecting a very confident stance, if Sadik is saying something, he has to be very confident while deliberating. Take deep breaths to power your speaking voice, right? And please remember, you have to take care of your rate of speech also. And that's very, very important. The third important factor, anyone wants to say anything more about body language out here? Since we spoke about body language, we spoke about voice projection. Anyone in the session wants to add value? Bhupesh, are you there? We've not spoken. Harleen, Mickey, Bhupesh, Pritika, do you want to say something? Kulsum is also there. Hi, Kulsum, if you can hear me. Are you there?
Yes.
Hi, Kulsum.
Having a good articulation can make an impact on the understanding to
Absolutely. Yes, Kulsum, that's brilliantly said. Is it possible for you to come in camera, Kulsum?
No, now I'm
No
trapped.
worries. You are what do you mean by articulation, Kulsum? You answered brilliantly. How for articulation can help in your presentation skills, keeping the audience in mind?
The pitches of low and high can make the people understand better, even more better, like what we are going to tell, what you are going to project.
Absolutely, Kulsum. That is brilliantly answered. Very well. That what Kulsum is basically saying is the rate of speech, the tone, the way you make your voice go up and down, right, Kulsum?
Yep.
Wonderful. Thank you. We have someone. Harni is also there. Harni, are you saying something? Harni, are you there? Okay, now let's move forward now and talk about posture. How you present yourself plays a role in your body language and the ability to project your voice. It also sets the tone of presentation. Avoid slouching, looking very tense, even if you're talking about a difficult or a different kind of a topic or something that you're not very sure about it. Don't let your audience know about it also, right? Remain open. Keep your body language open to questions also. Keep it upright and adaptable while taking the formality of the occasion into account. One has to be a good storyteller also, right? It's not that, and try to make your presentation very engaging also, the way we are talking right now. Just making it monotonous, only you speaking, not making it interactive with your audiences could also be something that the audiences won't appreciate. Incorporate storytelling into a presentation in an effective strategy by many public speakers do that. It has the power to bring the subject live and picture to the audience curiosity. And please remember, don't make it too personal. Don't talk about yourself. Hello, my name is Adit Bhargav. I'm a very good trainer. I've been working. No one's interested in that. Talk about a success story related with the audience interest also. One thing that's very, very important, and I think our good presentation skills is active listening. Nehal, are you there with us? Nehal, are you there? We have Mihraj Afra with us also. Narava is also, Professor Doctor is also there with us. Thamarai Selvi, are you there with us, sir? Okay, anyone else who wants to talk about how far active listening could be important? Pritika, are you there? Pritika, are you there with us?
Yes, sir.
Hi, Pritika, how are you? Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, Pritika. Pritika, how do you feel active listening could be a good presentation skill? What do you mean by active listening, or what do we mean by active listening? Pritika, over to you.
Sorry, sir.
What do you understand by active listening? When you're presenting something, either Pritika, you should talk or you should listen to other participants also. Go ahead, Pritika. Pritika, are you there? Harni, you want to say something?
Yes, may I proceed?
Yeah, Harni, go ahead. Active listening, how is it important as a presentation skill?
First, active listening means listening without any interpretation or distracting ourselves from other things.
Right.
That Robin Sharma said, the great leaders are the great listeners. Okay. While we listen the thing, we have to observe clearly to learn more about it.
Right.
If you are distracted, how we can learn from that session particular
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's wonderful, Harni. That's great answers. What Harni is saying, to learn something, and great leaders are great listeners also. That was a lot of value added by Harni in the session. What Harni is saying is, thank you, Harni, for that answer. And Harni basically says, active listening is a valuable skill on its own. When you understand and thoroughly respond to what you hear, whether it's in the conversation, during a presentation, you likely deepen your personal relationships and actively engage the audience in the presentation. Please remember, try to listen to what the other person is saying. Don't demean the participants. Just because they're a part of your presentation, that does not mean that they don't know what you have to deliver. Right. Yeah, Narava, you said hi in the chat box. You want to add something? Narava, you want to add something? Bhupesh has also liked it. Anyone who wants to say something can definitely add value and come on camera. Otherwise, you can unmute yourself. Great going, everyone. One thing. Yeah, someone saying something, is it? Someone saying something? No worries. Let's move further. When you're giving a presentation, and participants, just to reiterate, we're talking about presentation skills. Please remember, your stage presence is very, very important. During a presentation, projecting confidence can help your audience engaged. When you're giving a presentation, please remember the participants are thinking of WIIIFM. What is in it for me? What will I get? So if you don't keep them engaged, if you don't make them get those buy-ins as to what they'll get out of it, they won't be interested. Stage presence, of course, can help you connect with your audience and encourage them to want to watch you also, to see what you're saying, to listen to what you're saying. To improve to improve your presence, try amping up normal demeanor by infusing it with a bit of enthusiasm. Bring that zeal in your voice rather than just saying, "Hello, welcome everyone. This is Adit Bhargav giving a presentation on presentation skills and public speaking." Please remember, project confidence and keep your information interesting. Even if the audience know that, try to make the same statement in a more interesting manner. Watch your audience when you're presenting. Unfortunately, I'm not able to see you, and I've been requesting everyone to kindly come on camera because unfortunately, no one is on the camera right now. But please remember, whenever you will give a presentation, I'm 100% sure all of you are very confident in that. Watch your audiences when you're presenting. If you're holding their attention, it's likely to measure you're connecting well with them. Self-aware is something that's very important. And we like to say hi to Sadik. Sadik, are you there with us? Sadik, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is fine. You've just written a message. Are you still there or are you leaving for an emergency?
Yeah, yes, yeah, I have urgency, sir.
No worries, that's absolutely fine. Okay.
Thank you,
monitoring,
sir.
that's fine. Monitoring your own emotions and reactions will allow you to react well at various situations. So keep that in mind also. It helps you remain personable throughout your presentation and handle feedback. So you also have to be aware as to what are your plus points, what are the areas you need to improve upon, and what are the barriers. Self-awareness can also help soothe nervousness during presentations. So if we know that we have to really put efforts on certain slides and we are very good in deliberating certain portions or in our vocabulary, the way we speak, that will definitely help you to give a more confident, build your grit and gravitas. Remember, your self-awareness will help you to perform more effectively. So that was wonderful. And one thing that's very important, Bhupesh, are you there? Pritika, Bhupesh, Aisha, Neha, anyone would just like to say hi?
Hi, sir.
Okay, wonderful. So
Hi, sir.
Pritika, hi. Why aren't you talking? Come on camera. I think everyone's
Hi, sir.
enjoying the kind of answers. Hi, Preeti. Thank you, hear your voice, but unfortunately, no one's coming on camera. I'm only on the moon or in another planet. You can see that in the background. Now, Preeti, are you good to talk, Preeti? Preeti, are you good to talk? Okay. Pritika, are you good to talk?
Yes, sir, I can talk.
Yes,
So
sir,
I'm
I will
sorry for
talk.
the experience
Okay.
happened.
So, now let's talk to Pritika. Pritika, for a good presenter, understanding the audience, how is it important, according to you?
Like, it is very important to understand the audience, sir, because everyone has different perspective to think about the presentation. They need to
Right.
understand each person's perception, like how they can listen to my class. Like one will be willing to listen to the class and one will not listening. So it is very important for the presenter to check each person's behavior in the presentation, sir.
Absolutely. Wonderful, Pratika. That was beautifully answered. You all are so evolved audiences, such good participants. Please speak up. And I'm yet to hear Bhupesh's voice. Bhupesh, are you there with us? Bhupesh, are you there? Bhupesh was the first one to join, ironically, but he's just not speaking. Anyone else wants to talk about why understanding an audience is important? Anyone amongst us? We have someone joining from Dell. Is it a name? Dell, are you there? Dell, are you there? Okay, as we move forward, the importance, as beautifully elaborated by Pritika, of understanding an audience. When you understand your audience's needs and interests, you can design your presentation around them. So when you understand what they need them, rather than you just deliberating, not understanding what they want from you, what exactly they want to listen. So your presentation should design around their needs, their aspirations, what is in it for them, and what they look forward in the presentation. Please remember, when understanding your audience, you'll deliver maximum value to them and enhance your ability to make your message easy to understand. Great participation. Let's move forward to the next slide that talks about What is public speaking? We've spoken about public speaking. We've spoken about what are the interesting facts about public speaking. We also spoke about presentation skills. What are presentation skills? And what are the various presentation skills beautifully elaborated by you participants. Public speaking basically is the art of conveying information to a live audience through oral presentation. Please remember, oral presentation is something that we talk about here. Preeti, are you there? Preeti, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Hi, Preeti. You were there on camera for a minute, then you just moved on. Can you come on camera? Yeah. Okay, Preeti. Good to see you, first of all. Thank you for coming on camera and giving respect to the session. Preeti, what, according to you, are the 3 skills a effective communicator should have, a public good speaker should have? One was confidence, one was understanding the audience. What more?
I think a good communicator.
Good communicator, that's wonderfully important. Thank you, Preeti. An effective communicator should have confidence, passion, right? And when, Preeti, we're giving a public speaking session, we should practice prior to that. Let's not memorize, because if you memorize everything, I hope you remember when we used to do the same thing in school, if we used to ratify everything, then we used to become very less confident. So please remember, practice before going and, giving a public speaking. And that's what is very important. And I think Preeti and everyone in the session will agree also. You speak in your normal voice. But don't try to, fake it. Authentic in what speaking, and keep it short and sweet. And that's what public speaking, that's one of the characteristics of a good speaker. Connect with your audience also. Preeti, how for connecting with audience is important, Preeti? You're giving a business presentation, maybe tomorrow, right? And we've spoken about it, knowing your audience, knowing their interests. So how can you connecting with your audience will help you to be more confident, Preeti?
Sorry, sir, I couldn't hear you.
I'll make it simple for you, Preeti. Tomorrow you're giving a business presentation, Preeti, and for public speaking, connecting with your audience, is important, right? Otherwise, you'll just be giving. So how would you do that, Preeti? How would you communicate and connect with your audience in a more effective manner? What is one thing Preeti will do?
I think me asking question and getting feedback.
Yes, absolutely. The way you are answering questions, Preeti, just to check their understanding, just to feel that they are also part of your entire deliberation process. Good work done, Preeti. That was brilliant from your side. Thank you so much for answering that. And for effective communication, what are the things we have to keep in mind? Participants, give 2 minutes of your time and see 3 P's that are written in front of us. One of them says preparation.
We can also interact with the audience to connect with them.
Absolutely, Harni. That's brilliant. Harni, we are missing you on camera. Interacting with audience is important. And Preeti was saying that we can ask them questions also. Harni, as you're rightly saying, interacting with audience and questioning also gives you the knowledge that, they're understanding in the same manner you want them to understand. I hope, Harni, you'll agree, right? Because if you just get, Harni, you'll agree to the fact that asking questions and interacting with the audience would help them and you to understand that they're also, understanding things in the same manner as you want to deliberate. You understand? You agree with that, Harni?
Yes,
Harni,
sir.
are you there? Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you
I'm
so
here.
much. Wonderful. Uday, are you there with us? I can see Uday joining, Gauri joining us. We have Abraham joining us. Are you all there? Sandeep Robin Chatterjee is also there.
Good evening.
Hi. Yeah, Neha, you're saying something.
Sir, I am here.
Nihal is a very, 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 obedient participant. Wonderful. Sandeep Robin Chatterjee, are you there with us? Sandeep Robin Chatterjee, Mickey, Gauri. Yeah, I think getting some answers in the chat box because, okay, there's in the library, that's understandable. How can you speak in the library? Wonderful. So if for effective communication, 3 P's are preparation, practice, and presence. And let's move forward to understand what these 3 P basically mean. Okay. Hi, Gauri. Good evening. Good evening, Gauri. Gauri, can you come on, let's say, camera or talk on the, let's say, microphone? Gauri, is it possible? Gauri,
Yes.
are you there? Hi, Gauri. How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well, Gauri. I can understand you all must be having limitations of coming on camera. Gauri, what do you understand by these 3 P's for effective communication? Preparation, practice, presence. What do you understand by this? Here we're talking about presentation skills. And of course, here we're talking about public speaking. Over to you.
Preparation is like before doing something, you have to be prepared for it, not like on spot.
Right.
And same thing goes with the practice. Until and unless you don't practice this, you can't put yourself out very clear.
Brilliant.
And presence is like people should feel your presence there. It should not be like only you. That's all.
Gauri, the way we all are feeling your presence, although you are not there on camera. That's brilliantly answered. Thank you, Gauri. And see the kind of inputs all of you are doing. Just be more participative. It's not about Aditya giving a presentation today. It's about all of you there in the session. Okay, thank you, Gauri, for that. Now waiting for others also to be more vocal about their thoughts. And it's a session of public speaking. The more you talk, the more confident you become. For preparation, we have to understand the audience, the place, and topic. Let's dwell more into it. The audience, who they are, from where they come, their geographical limitations, and what they do they know, their education. You know, a lot of times when you go for a presentation, or of course, a lot of you will give business presentations or must be giving business presentations or otherwise doing public speaking also. A lot of times we try to figure out what the designation of the participant is, the kind of education level they have, the kind of hierarchical importance they have in the organizational ladder. Again, one thing that's important is the venue. And, you should do that as a presenter. When you're going, always reach on time and prior on time, half an hour, 1 hour before, check the audio, check the mic, check your voice, the flow. Maybe you just go at the back or maybe ask one of the assistants to go at the back and say, can you hear me? So the venue, the big or small, it's not that if the venue is small, then your audio is too loud, or maybe if the venue is big, your audio is too small. How are the audience seated? Are they sitting on round tables or are they sitting one after the other? So try to mix with them, right? What is the technology being used? Check your PPT, check your projector, check your audio setups also. Don't be so confident that fine, I'm a very good presenter, I'll be able to handle everything. Please remember, the entire space of the training room should be occupied. If not a training room for presentation place or wherever you're talking, if you're giving a presentation. At the same time, even you're speaking, if you're not moving around, the flow of you, the depth of your voice should be kept in mind so that everyone there in the session is able to hear you. If you're giving an impromptu speech also, just do an eye contact with the people sitting at the back also, whether they can listen to their body language, their postures, their gestures, and congruence to what you're saying. Topic is also very important, and that's where your knowledge comes. What is well known, less known, anticipated, debate, expected, humor. What is something you want to tell them? What is the topic it's all about? How do we prepare is something that we discuss in the next slide. Research. Please remember, the attention span of your audience in public speaking also and in your presentation also will be more if you tell them something different, right? Research, research, and research. Learn about the topic from 3 perspectives. I know this, that's my perspective. The audience perspective as to what they think about the topic, and people impacted, what do they think out of it? And then you work on the final content, or when you're talking also. Keep in mind, what do I think about? What will the audience think about? And the people impacted, what do they think? Write down. There's an English saying, if you think it, you should ink it. Pen the speech as elaborately as possible. Then record it a few times to see what you want to keep or not. They always say when you go for a public speaking session, you're going for a presentation, the kind of notes you have should be more than the time duration, right? At times, as presenters, you also, as public speakers, you also, might get nervous or might like to babble some words, and you might read out everything. Keep some material that is handy with you. Always check the tone, always be humble. You don't have to be very, very, aggressive in what you're saying. And it has to be positive. Assertive communication is important. Work. This is, each one of us have a primary style of learning and adapting. At least 2 styles of learning when deciding the speech is always appreciated. So with the audience who are there, appreciate, they understand what you're saying. right? This is preparation tips you're talking about. Are you all good with it? If yes, either say a yes or give a thumbs up. Are you all good till here? Everyone in the session, are you all good till here? Just give a thumbs up, or you can maybe unmute yourself. Thank you, Harni. What about others? Thank you, Pritika. Wonderful. All of you are there with us, and let's move on. And the second P was about practice.
Sir, I want to talk.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, if you feel nervous, like fear, after everything preparation, then what we can do to calm down our nervousness?
Definitely, Aisha. That's a very wonderful question, Aisha. So you prepared for everything. When you feel nervous, practice is something we'll be talking about. Practice this speech at least 3 times, maybe in front of a friend or a mirror. Why will you feel nervous, Aisha? Because you don't know the content, or you feel nervous because you don't have the confidence? I mean, anyone for that matter. Yes, Aisha. What is one reason that you'll be feeling nervous?
After seeing public only, like stage fear.
Right. So what you can do is you can connect with the audience. You can start lightly, Aisha. Right? You can smile at people. You can do eye contact with people. You can start with a quotation. You can start with a story. Try to figure out how far they accept what you're saying. Right, Aisha? Right? Rather than being too upfront on the topic, you can look at them, you can smile, you can create an eye contact, and at the same time, put your best foot forward. Prepare your introduction very well, Aisha.
Okay.
Are you there, Aisha?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Place yourself, pace your. So, what happens, Aisha? When we're nervous, we tend to either speak too fast or too slow. Right?
Yes.
Oh my God, where am I stuck? I have to talk. Aisha says I have to talk. So let's do it. Practice your speech at least 3 times. No. We babble our words also. Gobble our words. Let's not do that. Be peace with yourself. Breathe well. Have a glass of water. 5 to 10 minutes before your public speaking. Don't learn new things. Right? It's not like this. Aisha gets very, very tension because she has to deliver so much in that particular time. Pace yourself. The audience want to hear what you're saying, Aisha. So you getting nervous, they'll understand. Right? Aisha, is that okay?
Yes, sir.
And Aisha,
thank you so much,
any kind of, thank you for that question, Aisha, first of all. Aisha, any kind of public speaking you're doing or a presentation you're doing, you'll definitely know out of, let's say, the 10 slides, 2 slides, you're very confident. You know, I think you'll do that. Of course, everyone has that, you know, those plus points, the areas where they feel very confident, right? I hope you agree with me on that, Aisha.
Yes, sir.
So try to have that confidence, even if you're nervous, don't try to show. Maybe, you know, it happens. Aisha is absolutely right. When we do that first, you know, we don't practice. Practice in front of the mirror. See the way you look. What are your body postures? What are your facial gestures? Calm down. You know, have an easy pace to speak with and know the content very well, right? You can start with a story also, Aisha. See, what happens is that when we're giving a presentation or a public speaking session also, we're also nervous. Everyone is nervous. So what we need to basically do is have to be more confident with the content and the way you talk and the pace. Have I answered the question, Aisha?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Remember, your speech is important. Stand up. Your stage is yours. Smile. Have open body language. Project your voice. If possible, try to practice in the setting you'll be speaking in. So reach the venue early. See where you're visible the most. Right. Move a bit also. As Aisha said, of course, everyone gets nervous. For me, it's easy said than done. I also get nervous. I'm not saying that I don't. But try to practice where you stand. How will you move? How will you use the space? As we rightly said, when you're going for a business presentation also, go a bit early. Own the place, where I'll stand, from where when I say something. Practice in front of someone you can trust, friend, of course, and use your visual aids also. Show slides, maybe a slide changer or videos or whatever. Okay, presence is important. Dress appropriately. Your dress, what you're wearing, also talks about the kind of person you are. Soothing colors, soothing to the eyes, a tie or a business suit or whatever is appropriate for that presentation or public speaking session that you're doing. Mind your body language. Don't get too emotional. Even if you're talking about something that's emotional, you should not get emotional. Hand and gestures, as we rightly said, don't point on the audience. Come on, what do you have? Not like this. Be open. Have eye contact with your, unfortunately, I'm not able to have any contact with any of the participants because I can't see them. And this is so sad. Please come on camera at 15 times you're requesting. This will make the session all the more interesting. Okay. at the same time. Thank you, Preeti, for always obliging. Preeti was on camera. Thank you, Preeti. And others also. It's a session for you only. So the more you interact, the more communicative you become, and your own body language and your public speaking skills will definitely increase. At the same time, smile. A smile doesn't mean you just grin. How are you all? And just grin at the audience. No. A smile is a tool. And as Aisha said, that whenever you're feeling a bit nervous, wait for a moment and just give yourself 2 seconds to start again. But that does not mean throughout the session you're smiling only. If you talk about something serious, then it should appear in your body postures, in your face also. Engage with the audience is important. Don't demean the audience at any point of time. That you are giving something and the audience don't know anything, you say, forget it. They don't know anything. It's not my job to tell them each and everything. Always engage with the audience. Thank you. I hope everyone's good till here. And let's move on as we discuss in the agenda with the impact model of presentation. The impact model basically says I means for impression. M stands for modulation or the mode. P stands for the pace with you're talking, the positioning of ideas. A stands for your audience approach. C stands for clarity and confidence. And T stands for tone that you're using. This was also discussed. Right. So this is the impact model of presentation. I'll put the slide up for 2 minutes. If anyone wants to make notes or want to jot down, this is very, very important for everyone. And at this point of time, Sania, are you there with us? Sania, are you there? Okay. Professor Dr. Thamri Selvi, if you're there with us. Sandeep Robin Chatterjee, are you there with us? Hi Manish, good evening to you. Nikki, are you there with us? Haifa Abraham, if you're there with us. Okay, let's move further now. And Nehal, are you there? Nehal. Okay. Thank you, Nehal, sorry. Nehal, how are you doing?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Are you enjoying the session till now, understanding whatever is being discussed?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Nehal. Now, things that you shouldn't do, and here we're talking about public speaking. Read directly from notes is a total no-no. Read directly from the screen. You're presenting something and just reading whatever is written on the screen. Turn your back on the audience. Never do that. Never do that. Slouch hands in the pockets. No. No, you knows kind of a thing, as I was saying, you always know that. No, we should not do that. No nervous gestures. Aisha, of course, was saying, of course, we do get nervous. That should not be shown. Never, ever talk too fast or talk too quietly, right? So things you should do is read directly from the notes, read directly from the screen, turn back on the audience, slouch hands in pockets, no you knows, no nervous gestures, talk too fast and talk too quietly. Wonderful. So let's go for an activity. We need 2 volunteers to do the next activity. Who wants to do? Nehal, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm listening.
Nehal, you'll do the next activity, right? Nehal, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm listening.
Wonderful. Aisha, are you there? We request Aisha to do the next activity also. Aisha, are you there? Aisha, are you there? Okay.
Hello?
Hi, Aisha, are you there?
Sir, I got little busy. My baby wake up now.
Okay. So fine, we'll get back to you. Preeti, are you there with us? Preeti, are you there? Harini, you're there? You want to do the next activity?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have Nehal and Harini doing the next activity. So yeah, Nehal, are you there, right? It's a very simple activity. Are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay. So what you need to do is you need to speak on any of the topic you want for 2 minutes. Anything that you decide for 2 minutes. Is that okay? Nehal and Aisha, Nehal and Harini, are you good with that?
Okay, sir. Activity
Fine.
means Any topic?
And you can speak on any topic you want for 2 minutes. We'll give you 5 minutes time to prepare. Is that okay?
Okay.
Wonderful. Nihal, is that okay with you?
Yes, okay.
Wonderful. So the time right now is around 6:50, 6:55. You want to start? Harni, you want to go first at 6:55?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. You can choose a topic. You have at least 6 to 7 minutes time to prepare. And we have a wonderful set of participants joining us today evening. We have Aisha, we have Bhupesh, we have Gauri, we have Afifa Abraham, we have Harni, we have Sanya Nazruddin Khan. Of course, Nikki is there. Narava is there with us. Nehal is there. Preeti is there. Kritika is there. Professor Dr. Thamrai Selvi is there. Sandeep Robin Chatterjee is there. And of course, Manish is joining us today evening. So that's wonderful. Harni and Nehal are doing it, and we're giving them 5 minutes time to prepare. See you, everyone, after 5 minutes, and do not log out of the session. Thank you.
Hey, Nehal, what are the topic you are gonna choose?
Harni is doing very interesting research right now. He'll have a different. Okay, you can speak with Nehal. No
Yes,
worries.
I am choosing the topic the recent government banned the tablets, the pharmaceutical manufacturings.
Oh, good. Any topic for me can you provide? I'm not good at choosing. Sir, can you give any topic to me to
Of
talk
course, I
about?
can give a topic. You can say career options for women in today's professional world.
Oh, okay. That's a
That'll
good
be
choice.
easy. Yeah, of
Thank you.
course, Kari. You can talk about it. You relate with it also. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
We still have another 3-4 minutes, and of course, Harni and Nehal. Nehal has chosen a very serious topic, and Harni will be talking about anyone else who wants to volunteer. Wow, Bhupesh gives a topic. Wow, Bhupesh. I mean, you're interacting in the chat box. That's great. If you can just unmute yourself also, that'll be wonderful. Wonderful. So Bhupesh has also given a topic. Appreciate the kind of inputs given by everyone in the session. Of course, Bhupesh, you can always come and speak also. It's great to have everyone participating so well, and that too, when very few of us are on camera right now. No worries. And anyone else who wants to try, although Harni and Nehal had volunteered, anyone else is also free. They can also, once Harni is given the presentation, the public speaking, and of course, Nehal also, then you may kindly, connect with us and speak also. It's a good practice ground, And remember, engaging the audience is also important. The tone and pitch we have to keep in mind. No worries, no worries. Bhupesh, I can understand. I hope Bhupesh you're doing active listening right now, although you're in a training session at the moment. Yeah, Haifa, sorry. Haifa Abraham, you'd like to also speak?
Yes, sir, I would like to.
That's wonderful. So we'll request you to go after third. Is that okay with you?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we have another 2-3 minutes. We have Harni and Nehal who'll be doing it, and we have very wonderful. We have Haifa also with us, Haifa Abraham, who'll also be speaking. Harni, are you ready? Do you want to start?
Wait a few minutes, sir. We'll be there.
No worries, that's fine. Nehal is also working, and Nehal had a very serious topic. Haifa, what's your topic? Everyone would like to know. Haifa Ibrahim, I think she's working on it. Yeah, what's your topic?
Equality.
Oh, brilliant. So we have very evolved topics in the session today. Great.
Thank you, sir.
Wonderful interaction by each and every one of you and participation. Also, I need 2 more minutes before we start. And others also welcome if they want to participate, they can. We have Kritika, we have Sanya, we have Sandeep Robin Chatterjee also with us. Nikki is also there. Gauri, of course, yes. Narava is also there with us. Great. Harni, we are ready when you are.
Yes, sir.
So shall we start?
Yes.
All the best, Harni. Is it possible for you to come on camera so we can see eye contact, your postures and your smile also if possible?
Oops, but now I'm traveling currently.
No worries, no worries. Carry on, carry on. All the best, Harni. All the best to you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good evening to all. Hope you all listening to my topic. I'm taking the topic of women in career, which as a woman, I'm happy to see their development both economically and independently, right?
Yes.
In our Indian culture, they worship woman as a god and they portray woman as a great being who has a number of talents and a number of power to do the things, right?
Yes.
Being a period of time, woman is being like the woman is being not allowed to do things like many things, and they are being dominated by the male chauvinist.
Right.
But after the woman gave and came up to give a voice, and they are improving and developing both in the family and work. Here also we can see many women who are joining from the family situation also, right? They are listening even in the situation they can handle it, right? Then this woman can be the power like the great Savitri Bai Phule, the first woman teacher in India, Sarojini Naidu, the Nightingale of India, MS Subbulakshmi, the great singer, are the examples and idols we can see and can be approached by their foot trace. We can nowadays we can see women in every field, like from military to scavengers, from auto drivers, pilots. In every field, women have get career development. The woman can do all things. As a woman, I'm really happy to portray that women are in a developing society where we want to be we want to be self-respected and give a society to the great generation. Thank you for all having listened to me. Thank you.
Wonderful, Harni. That was wonderful. Please, everyone, put your hands together. That was brilliantly done by Harni. Harni, that is so nice. The kind of words you use, the kind of research you did, that was brilliant, Harni. Congratulations. Good work done. We are really missing you on camera for this and really appreciate your effort. Very good work done. Thank you so much. And now I know you'll request Nehal Khan to go next now.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So partly I changed my topic. I chose a patent act as a pharma background student.
Right.
Sir. So patent is a exclusive right granted for the invention, which is a product or process that is provided by the government of the country to the inventor or the who make the product. Like there are maybe three types of patents: utility patent, design patent, and the
Nehal, can you do something about your audio, please? We are missing you on audio.
product. I'm audible.
You're audible now, yes.
So it's
Nehal,
Hello?
there's an audio. Yeah, there's an audio break. Can we all hear Nehal? Can we all hear Nehal?
Time. So
Nehal, there's an audio disconnect. Would you like to go after Haifa maybe? Because I'm just not able to hear you. I'm sorry for that, Nehal. It's just a network issue. It does happen. Haifa Ibrahim, are you there with us?
Yes, sir, I am.
Go ahead.
Okay.
You may start. Equality.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Yeah, Haifa,
I
good to see you
am.
on camera. Yes.
So, good evening, everyone. And I am Haifa Ibrahim. I'm a radiography student, and today I'm here to talk about gender equality. So, do you guys think that both men and women are being treated right by the society? Do you? No, it's absolutely not. Even though the inequalities being faced by men are comparatively lesser than women, doesn't mean that we should ignore them too, right? Yes. So when we look about the inequalities which are being faced by women, is it starts right from their birth. So when a married woman is pregnant, she's being pressurized by her husband or his family to give birth to a girl child. And when a girl child is born, she's being tortured, and the girl baby is being cursed, and she's been already always been taught as a burden. And during her childhood times, her desires are not met, her desires are not fulfilled, her education are not fulfilled, and when she meets her puberty, when she enters into her puberty, a lot of restrictions are being put upon her. And when she is at the age, one second, and when she is at the age to get married, they get her married to someone which she is not interested with, and this is how women faces inequality in the society. And when thinking about the men, he's being pressurized to earn a lot of money by the family.
Yes, so well said. Yes, yes. Go ahead, please.
To look after his family all by himself, to look after his expenses and so on. And men is not allowed to cry in public, and that is thought as weak. These are the inequalities faced by both men and women in the society, and people just think that we are all fellow humans and we should support one another and voice our thoughts against the society. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Haifa, for speaking so well and bringing so much intellect to the session. Thank you so much. Big, big, big claps to you. And thank you, Bhupesh, for your point of view, Harni, for your point of view in the section, also in the chat box. Good work done. We are really enjoying the session, Haifa. Hats off to you. Hats off to Harni. Deep respect for all three of you. Unfortunately, Nehal has some audio issues. We couldn't hear him. That was our, bad luck. Good work done, Harni. Good work, Haifa. Good work, Nehal. Also, let's move forward now. Someone has to say something in the chat box. And yeah, Pritika, go ahead. You can try. All yours.
Okay, sir. It is just a simple topic, sir. It is about reading books.
Yes.
It is about reading books. What is the benefit of reading books, sir? Okay. Good morning. Good evening, everyone. I am Invicta. I am a physician assistant student. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you were lost in yourself in a good book? Like any good book? Can you please start it down in the comment box?
Come on, anyone who wants to write down. Pritika's making it interactive for all of us. Please help her. Please participate with her. She's fast. She's asking when was the last time we delved into a good book. Please help her so that, she's speaking
I
very
have
well.
read Fault in Our Stars.
Very nice. Thank you. Thank you for comment. Okay, let me start. First, the benefit we gain is the knowledge expansion. Reading books is one of the best way to gain knowledge. It can be a fictional book or a non-fictional book. It can be of any topic. Like it can be a religional book. Even if it's a fictional book or even a non-fictional book, you gain some knowledge from that book. It can be of developing habits for your daily day life, or some if you are like fantasy person, you are not you are like you want to be in a fantasy world or something, you can read some fantasy book. It will bring us some peace to your mind. Then second thing we can gain is that mental stimulation. Like it will reduce our stress level, and good books will give good books are the best way to explain the reality world. Like if you want to read any fictional book, if you are reading any fictional book, it is the best way that it will reduce your stress level, and you will start dreaming yourself as a character in that book.
Yes.
Then it will also improve your vocabulary and language skills. Reading a book each day will give you new words to use in that day. Not only that, it also improves your communication with everyone. You can use that words with everyone you speak. Then fourth thing is empathy and emotion. Through book reading, we can also realize that we will feel more sympathy for a character if the character died at the end, or we will get more emotionally our favorite character dies at the end of the book. That kind of emotions is something special. It will only happen when you read the book. So I suggest everyone to.
Sorry for the interpretation, but I have cried while reading Fault in Our Stars too.
Oh, okay. Okay, I recommend everyone to read at least should try even reading books in their lifetime.
Absolutely.
And I have a friend here, Haifa Ibrahim. She's also a book reader. She makes bookmarks for everyone. So I suggest to follow a page, a Billistic account, where she sells bookmarks. So anyone who wants bookmarks, you can please contact with her. Thank you.
Thank you, Pritika. Thank you, Harini. Thank you, Haifa. Thank you for everyone. Thank you, Pritika, for starting. See, Pritika started with a story. Pritika made it interactive. She asked everyone. Everyone was attentive. Everyone was answering. Thank you, Harini, for answering also and being interactive. That's very, very required in the session. Pritika, good way of presenting, good way of using whatever we discussed. Good work done. Anyone else before we move on now? How does my audience want the structure is also very important. How do you handle the audience is something that we talk. Now, members who don't know about your product or concept and really want to learn, so what you should do, this is structure of your presentation we're talking about. This is an ideal group. So out here, don't be too enthusiastic. Audience are turned off after you made your point. So members who don't know about your product, this is the ideal group. Don't be too enthusiastic. Inform them. Members who feel they know much more than you do, but want to be there just in case you can offer a nugget of useful information. This also happens. You're talking to people who are evolved participants, evolved audiences. They know what you do or what you do, the kind of knowledge you have, or maybe they know more than what you do. So what you need to do, they look for something more than what they know. So use them to share some of their extensive knowledge. Ask them to speak. There is no harm. If you're a public speaker or you are giving a presentation also, there's no harm in learning from your audiences. You will make them feel important and make them feel important because learning is not only for the participants, for the facilitator, for the presenter, for the public speaker, learning is equally important and it should always be two ways, the way I'm learning from each and every one of you. The third set of people are members who totally disagree with you and want to let you know that. They just disagree with you. Tailor your talks, make to see things in a different light. Clear and concise facts. No theories work here. When they definitely are there to agree with you, try to make it comfortable for them. Something on some pointers, maybe they can agree with you or they have some barriers, or you can help them in clarifying something. Please be very clear in your facts. No theories work here. Now, Handling questions is also something that's important out here. Answer immediately, right? Now, seek clarification. Could you clarify this point, please? If something's there, you're not clear about it, you know what the person is asking. That does not mean if a person asks you a question or you're giving a public speaking, deliberation or a presentation for that matter. If you're not clear about something, you can always say, could you clarify that point? If you want to answer immediately, that is handling questions. If you want to answer at a later stage, right? Questions for which answers in the pipeline, you're not sure. That happens, you know. See, you cannot be a dictionary. You cannot be an encyclopedia of everything. There's certain things that you might also not know as a presenter or as a public speaker. So something you want to answer later on, you can always say, could you give an example? Or at the same time, answer offline, right? Audience won't be interested in knowing and something that's outside the topic. You can always ask them, what do you think? Okay, as we move on, never close the presentation with a question and answer session also. Assert thou your point, what you have to say, assert it. Summarize the take home, what will they get out of it? It's always important in a public speaking session also, or in a presentation session also, you summarize the main points. If at the start you ask them, why are they there? What are the points they have in mind? What they want to learn? What do they want to take back home? When you're finishing the session, make sure you summarize all those points so that their takeaways are there. If they have a question, try to answer it. Don't finish it with a question and answer only, you're leaving doubts in the mind of the participants or the audience. Alternative tactic is ask audience if they would like the question, right? So have a selective approach. Let's move further. Let's have, how will you structure your speech? Now, the structure your speech, this is the main statement that you're making. I'll request everyone to give 2 minutes of time to see these slides, please. These are important slides. First is, what is the core message? 3 core messages: evidence, proof point, and support. Now, how do you structure your message is something that is there, and this is something we are deliberating. Define your clear message. Today, people are flooded with information. There is an image circulating on the web which goes so far to say that a person receives more information in a day than a person in middle ages in early life. True or not, we can all agree that in a device-rich world, the information intake has never been more intense the way it is in today's world. Now, how do we translate to speeching? Well, to make your speech memorable, right, there are certain things you need to keep in mind. Your key message should be simple as possible, regardless of the complexity of the issues and the topic at hand. Don't throw technical jargons at the audience which they won't be able to understand or for which they have a question. It will consist of 1 or 2 phrases that express your main point. That is, let's reiterate, the key message, the key pointer should be simple, 1 or 2 lines for that matter. If that's how, let's look at the model it can help you. So what, it's a PR tool. Now this is basically the core message. Now what all are there? The umbrella statement model that we have in front of us. The core message of the second level represents your umbrella statement, but in great detail. They can be your supportive arguments, sequential steps to take, conditional statements, descriptive, right? And finally, the lower part of the house provides evidences that you have to support to what you're saying. Let's dwell more further into it now. The structure that we have in front of you is the problem, pathway, solution. Now, the way you organize information is essential if you want your audience to understand your speech. Ideas must be put together in an orderly manner. That is very important. So what are you telling your audiences when you're either giving a public speaking session or you are giving a presentation? You're talking about a problem, the pathway, and the solution. That approach you're following, or you're following a problem, a solution, and a reason why that solution is there. That's the second stage. or the second kind of an approach, or second kind of structure that you want to follow. The third one is a situation. If you talk about a situation, this was the situation, these were the complications, and this is what the solution you'll be providing, or a solution you'll be advocating to the audience. And of course, something that's happened in the past, something that's happening in the present, and something that will happen in the future. This is also a structure in the way you will disseminate information. Either you're talking in a public speaking scenario or you're giving a presentation. Let's revise it once again. The four structures of presentation or public speaking are problem, pathway, solution, right? And problem, solution, reasoning, situation, complication, solution, or a past, present, future kind of a structure. Now, what is very important, and we were talking to Aisha also, and Aisha was saying that, at times maybe she or someone she knows gets very nervous when starting. How does she create that? So we said you should have a strong opening and strong ending, which is important. So what is a strong opening and ending, participants? Right. A strong opening and ending basically angles to inspire you in crafting your opening. Start with a bang. You can use a quote, a bold claim or striking fact, or ask a question, right? There was a question asked, what do you all feel? How many of you read books? Right? So she started with a bang. Kritika started with a bang. She was asking, connecting with people. The second approach could be a so what. Go straight to the point and open with why your audience should care. This could be an approach if you're talking about, let's say, beauty products. You can go, why are beauty products important? A question. Beauty products gives glow to your face, going straight to the point and open with why should audience care? They should care because that brings longevity to your appearance also, and the way you communicate, the way you dress up, the way you leave an impactful or an impact on the people you're talking to. Introduce yourself. Are you all there with me? Since I'm talking for quite some time now, are you all listening? Are you all there with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Wonderful.
sir.
And I hope you all are understanding this also.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's wonderful. One thing that's important, the way I did, and we're getting a lot of interactions and in the message also. Wonderful, Bhupesh. Good, Bhupesh. You are being very, very participative in this session with regard to you either giving information in the chat box or, just letting that you're there. Thank you so much. And I know you're in another training also. Introduce yourself, but do it in a compelling manner. Don't say, hello, my name is Aditya Bhargav and I'm from Lucknow. Say, hi, good evening, everyone. This is Aditya Bhargav from Lucknow. Welcome you to today's session on public speaking and presentation skills. Tell a juicy story. You can start with a skill development story or a story. You can say that I was also not very sure about public speaking at some point of time, but I did this. Now, what would you, the tablets write about you? What do you want to talk about yourself? But at the same time, don't try to oversell yourself. The audiences are not there to hear about your pluses and minuses. They are there to communicate with you. They are there to understand what you have to tell them rather than what you have to tell about yourself. Make the purpose clear why they are there, what impact will it have on them, and what do they want to achieve, or what you want them to achieve also, and what you want to achieve as a presenter also. Ideas for a memorable ending. Simple, the key takeaways. Think the key takeaways. What are you getting out of the session? So when we end the session, I'll say, hi, everyone. Maybe we're ending the session right now. That's how you do that. So I hope everyone's very clear about the public speaking, confidence, body language, posture, which is required, and how far presentation skills are important. So takeaways are there. Make it natural and effective way to make a firm point. Don't shout on the audience. Has everyone written that down? Just show. No. Just say, as we all agreed upon, these are the pointers we should take into consideration. Repeat your key message. Refer to the beginning. Most good stories develop in a circular way. A problem introduced in the beginning can get solved in the end. Balance your restored. That is very important. What you said earlier, maybe you raised a problem earlier. How many of us have challenges in public speaking? So a lot of people might say that when we're having a session on that. Towards the end, have a story, right? Maybe Aditya had some issues earlier and he's so good in speaking. Try to refer to what would happen in the beginning. Present a call to action also. This happens in a lot of sales deliberations also. When you ask them to, to behave in a particular manner, or how far their performance will increase in a certain point of time, or you want to motivate them, or said earlier by Pratika that everyone should read a book or whatever. So that also needs to, present a call to action, that what they need to do after that. Is everyone good till here? Can I have a yes, no, maybe for everyone? Are you all there?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Let's watch a very interesting video. Here we go. Can you all hear the sound?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
To make a presentation in front of a live audience that people are going to remember, learn from the master Steve Jobs. Here are the secrets of Steve's presenting style. Hit your audience with a headline. This is a clear, concise theme that should run through your talk. It should be short enough to be memorable and tweetable. So, less than 140 characters. At the iPhone launch of 2007, Steve's headline that you can see on screen now is 52 characters long. Perfect for Twitter. If you can describe the customer's emotions or how the user feels, it's more like a story, and it's much more engaging for your audience. At a party or in a bar, think about the person telling a story. They have the attention of people around them and the crowd is listening. Humans have been telling stories for thousands of years because it works. If you can't tell a story, at least limit your information to 3 things tops. That's all anybody is likely to remember. When you have big numbers, simplify them so that people can understand them better. 2 million iPods, that's a big number. Sold in the first 59 days, that's impressive. Steve Jobs would then say, that's nearly 34,000 iPods sold every day, which is an incredible amount. Here he is talking about the number of songs sold on iTunes. Again, it would be a big number. But Steve puts it into perspective, 82% of the American market for MP3s. In February 2013, Apple reached 25 billion songs downloaded from iTunes. Steve Jobs would have said it in a way that's easy to understand. On average, that's 15,000 songs that have been downloaded every minute since iTunes opened. An extraordinary figure. Steve Jobs used big, bold, clear, simple images. He almost never used more than 2 images on a presentation slide. At the 2007 launch of the iPhone, unusually, he used 3 images, as you can see. But this was to highlight that the iPhone could do all 3 things of music player, phone, and internet access. Then he quickly moved on again to his normal procedure of 1 striking image. Tiny text does not mean using text that is too small to see. It means reduce and edit your text to only the essential words that clearly communicate your message. Nobody wants to see lines and lines of boring text. The first line here, works like magic. It's kind of a headline again. The full grammatically correct sentence would be, it works like magic. Just delete the small grammar words. The second line, no stylus. Perfect grammar would be, it has no stylus, or even longer, it does not have a stylus. We only need the message. Bang. No stylus. And then the third line, far more accurate. Correct sentence would be, it is far more accurate than other methods. It's way too long. Far more accurate is all the audience needs. Edit your text to the smallest amount possible. It looks so much more powerful and allows the audience to hear, to focus on, and to understand key messages. Steve Jobs used to smile all the time during his keynote speeches. When you send out a smile, it comes back to you, of course. If If you physically engage with your audience, you will also engage them mentally. If you look like you're having fun, your audience probably will too. This is a famous moment when Steve Jobs was having fun and playing with the brand new iPhone. He called Starbucks to order 4,000 coffees to go. Look at his smile. He's only making a phone call, but he's enjoying it, and so did his audience. It's a little story that's easy to remember. As well as showing enthusiasm with exaggerated body language, Steve Jobs showed massive enthusiasm with the language he used. Fantastic, amazing, incredible, extraordinary. When you are excited, it's difficult for your audience to resist. In your presentation, you should have one magic moment that you build up to. It's your climax. Put on a show and amaze your audience. Here's Steve with a normal, boring brown office envelope. He slowly opens it up, and out slides something shiny and beautiful. It's an incredible new super thin computer, the MacBook Air. And there's the famous smile again. A truly magic moment that's difficult to forget. Even if you can present like Steve Jobs, in a long presentation, your listeners might lose focus for a minute here or there. So it's incredibly important to have informative transitions that tell your audience what you are going to talk about, and then just after, summarize the important information that you want them to remember. Here is an Apple slide with quite a lot of text, but Steve Jobs would have used an informative transition to start. For example, now I'm going to tell you about some of the amazing features of the iPod. At the end of this section, he would have summarized. So that's the iPod. It's beautiful, it's fast, it's your whole music library in your pocket. Before you continue and move on in your speech, don't lose that key information.
Hey, that was great. Thank you so much, everyone. We still have a couple of 2-3 minutes left now. I hope you all had a great time the way we had in presenting this module to each and every one of you. Quick feedback. Anyone who wants to say something about today's session? Haifa Abraham, you want to say something about
Thank you,
today's?
sir.
Preeti, yes, your feedback. How was the session for you?
It was so amazing. I really enjoyed the session.
Thank you so much, Preeti, and thank you for your participation. Let's move on to Haifa Abraham. Do you want to say something about today's session, Haifa?
Yes, sir. This session was really motivating. It was insightful for our future presentations, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Moving on to Aisha. Aisha, are you there? You want to say something? Any feedback from your side? Moving on to Pritika. Pritika, are you there with us?
Yes, sir.
Hi, Pritika. How was the session for you?
Yes, sir. It is very good section that I even present the presentation in 2 minutes. It is very amazing. I never done it in my life. So it is very motivating also, sir.
Thank you so much. And thank you for your participation. Sandeep Robin
Yes,
Chatterjee, would you like to say something? Nihal Khan, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. Actually, I have a question.
Right.
Hello, I am audible.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yes, you are audible.
Yes, sir. Actually, as an intro student, how we start communicating to the others?
As an introvert student, first of all, you have to get out of your own barrier, Nehal. You have to not feel you are introvert. You are a part of so much of knowledge that you have to gain. You have to move on from your own boundaries, Nehal. Start taking small steps. Connect with people, not all of them together. Connect with like-minded people initially. Maybe sit with them, talk with them. try to understand their point of view, share yours also. You don't look introvert, although I've not seen you, Nehal, but the way you communicated, the way you're confident with your speech, is just maybe some mind barriers you have. There's nothing called introvert, it's all in your mind. That when you connect with people, when you hear what they're saying and you relate with it, the so-called barrier of introvertness would definitely go out. Don't think you have any issues with regard to mixing with people. You just have to move with them and connect with people, because that will help you in your professional journey also.
May I give a suggestion, Negal? You
Yeah,
can create
Harni.
an alternative ego. Like, I'm also an introvert person, but when I come with my alternative ego, like I build up a new character. If I'm going to a session with Sri Harni, you're good. Like, I developed that character. It's another character of me who is talking.
Absolutely, absolutely. But then, Harni, you have to move on and get to the character always also at times. Thank you so much, Harni. Thank you, Nehal, for that now. And yeah, Bhupesh has written, this was wonderful opportunity. Also, your cherishment was exemplary. I learned something new. That's wonderful. Thank you, Bhupesh. We missed you in the session. Mickey, if you're there with us, would you like to say something? Nikki, if you're there. Okay. So at this point of time, finally, we've come to the
Sir,
end
I
of
do have a
today's.
question, sir. Sorry
Yeah,
for
Pritika, go ahead.
Sir, the only problem I have in public speaking is the accent and the pronunciation of the words. Sir, some people have that good accent and pronunciating the words is so brilliant. Like it will be so mesmerizing to hear the words they speak. How can I change the way of speaking, sir?
The way of speaking, first of all, listen to news. Listen to the way those news readers speak, what emphasis on power words they give. Media is so much evolved these days. You can listen to tutorials on the net also, on YouTube also. Read newspapers, right? Record your voice first, right? See the right pronunciation. See, we have to agree. We all have mother tongue influence, and we cannot do anything about it. But we also have to understand what are the acceptable accent and connotations that are required in the professional world. We have to maybe mirror ourselves and move in that direction. So I think that will definitely help you for sure. Just have that confidence, and that's all that's required. Right?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. With this, very good evening to everyone once and again. Thank you so much. Right, of course. Thank you guys, and especially Harni for impressive presentation. Bhupesh is thanking everyone. Wonderful to have each and every one of you. And I hope I meet up with you, all of you, together in another upcoming session. Have a great evening ahead. Bye-bye. This is Aditya Bhargav saying thank you for the very last time. Have a great evening ahead. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye. Yes. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
The way carried the whole session was awesome. The way you called out for the action, the way you laughed and reacted, the way the humor, like giving attention to the each and everyone. It's showing your experience in the public speaking. We can observe and analyze to learn more from that. Thank you for the great.
Thank you so much for those kind words, Harni. And that's all that is, because you all were participating. I did nothing. Thank you for that humbling, and all the very best. Bye bye, everyone. Have a great evening once again. Thank you.